It's time to shift the focus from how many hours you're working to how effectively you're using the time you have. A lot of people mistake working long hours for productivity, but that's not the truth. The truth is, it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. Efficiency isn't about working nonstop, it's about getting the maximum results with the least wasted time and effort. When you focus on efficiency, you start making smarter decisions, and those decisions lead to better outcomes. Think about it. How often have you worked long hours, poured your energy into a task, only to look back and realize that it wasn't really moving you closer to your goals? Working harder doesn't always equal getting ahead. What really makes the difference is being able to identify what truly matters in your work and focusing your energy on those tasks. It's about eliminating the noise and putting your time and effort where it counts the most. Let's take a moment to evaluate how you spend your time. Start by asking yourself, what are the tasks that bring me closer to my goals? Focus on the activities that have a direct impact on your progress. When you start identifying the 5 priority tasks, you'll notice a pattern. These tasks have the power to move the needle in your life and career, while other activities might just be distractions or fillers. It's essential to invest your time in the things that push you forward, rather than waste it on the trivial. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. What sets successful people apart is how they manage those hours. They don't waste time on things that don't bring value. If you're spending your time on things that are draining, but not giving you anything back, it's time to reconsider how you're spending it. Efficiency isn't just about working harder or faster, it's about making conscious choices about where to put your focus. A big part of being efficient is learning how to say no. It's easy to get caught up in doing everything for everyone. But that's a surefire way to lose focus on your own goals. You can't be all things to all people, and you shouldn't try to be. Saying no is an essential skill that helps you protect your time and energy. When you learn to say no to things that don't serve you, you can say yes to the things that really matter. This doesn't mean you stop helping others, but it means you stop sacrificing your own priorities for the sake of pleasing others. Efficiency also requires discipline. It's not enough to just identify the important tasks. You have to follow through with them and resist the urge to procrastinate. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's about setting yourself up for success and sticking to the plan, no matter what distractions come your way. The more disciplined you are, the more efficiently you can work, and the faster you can achieve your goals. Another key to efficiency is eliminating distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, emails, phone notifications, and countless other things pull our attention away from what we need to focus on. But here's the thing, every time you get distracted, it costs you. It takes time to get back into the flow, and it often leads to mistakes or missed opportunities. To be truly efficient, you need to create an environment that minimizes distractions. Turn off your phone, block social media, or use tools that help you stay focused. The fewer distractions you have, the more efficient you'll be. Time blocking is another powerful tool to help with efficiency. This means setting specific times for specific tasks and committing to focusing on just those tasks during those times. When you allocate time for each task, you prevent yourself from wasting time wondering what to do next. Time blocking helps you stay organized, stay on track, and most importantly, use your time in the most efficient way possible. It also keeps you accountable, as you're less likely to procrastinate when you've already set aside time to get things done. Lastly, efficiency is about working with intention. Every decision you make about your time should be deliberate. Don't go through your day aimlessly or just checking off a list of tasks. Be intentional with each moment and ask yourself, is this the best use of my time? By working with intention, you start aligning your time with your values and goals, and that's when the magic happens. You're no longer running around like a hamster on a wheel. Instead, you're working toward a bigger purpose. Working smarter is all about being mindful of where your energy goes. It's not about spending more time working, but rather about maximizing the impact of the time you do spend. By identifying what matters most, eliminating distractions, learning to say no, creating a disciplined environment, and being intentional with your decisions, you can make every moment count. When you work smarter, you free up time for the things that matter, like spending time with loved ones, focusing on personal growth, or even taking time to relax and recharge. You'll find that when you work smarter, your results will speak for themselves. Working smarter is all about being strategic with your time, energy, and focus. It's about aligning your efforts in ways that are not just effective, but also intentional. The key to this approach is working with purpose, knowing exactly what you want to achieve, and making sure that your daily actions are driving you toward that end goal. It's about focusing on what matters most, avoiding distractions, and ensuring that the effort you put in yields maximum results. A strategic approach to work means being thoughtful about where you spend your energy and prioritizing the things that will move you forward. One of the most important elements of strategic work is setting clear, measurable goals. You cannot work strategically if you don't know where you're heading. Clear goals act as a roadmap, guiding your actions and decisions each day. Without goals, your efforts can easily become scattered and inefficient. However, when you define what success looks like, you start to see the necessary steps that will take you there. The more specific your goals are, the easier it is to break them down into actionable tasks that you can work on consistently. These smaller tasks, aligned with your long-term vision, make it easier to stay focused, even when distractions arise. Once your goals are clear, it's time to plan. Strategic work requires planning ahead so that you're always working on what matters most. Planning can be as simple as organizing your daily to-do list or as complex as creating a multi-year roadmap for your career or business. The important thing is that you're actively deciding what to work on and when to work on it. The key to a successful plan is knowing how to break down large, overwhelming projects into manageable steps. This helps you avoid burnout and ensures you can maintain momentum. A well-thought-out plan ensures that every action you take is intentional and aligned with your long-term goals. Another aspect of working strategically is learning how to focus on high-impact tasks. In any job, there are countless tasks and responsibilities, but not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks will contribute significantly to your growth and success, while others may be little more than distractions. Being strategic means identifying the tasks that will have the greatest impact on your objectives and dedicating the bulk of your time and energy to them. Sometimes this involves saying no to requests or opportunities that don't align with your goals. It's tempting to take on every project or try to please everyone, but being strategic requires the discipline to focus on what truly matters and ignore the rest. Working strategically also involves understanding your strengths and leveraging to leverage your advantage. Each of us has specific skills or talents that make us unique. Strategic work is about identifying these strengths and using them in ways that will maximize your effectiveness. For example, if you're excellent at problem solving, focusing on tasks that require those skills will help you work smarter, not harder. On the other hand, if there are areas where you're weaker, containing those tasks to someone who excels in them, by focusing on what you're good at and delegating the rest, you can ensure that you're operating at your full potential. Effective time management is another critical part of working strategically. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that the more hours you work, the more you'll accomplish. But strategic work is about managing your time so that every hour is productive. This involves prioritizing your tasks, setting deadlines, and being disciplined about how you spend your time. A simple but effective way to manage time strategically is by creating a daily schedule and sticking to it. This helps you avoid wasting time deciding what to do next and ensures that you're consistently moving forward. In addition to time management, strategic work also requires the ability to evaluate your progress and make adjustments. Even the best plans may need to be tweaked along the way, and being strategic means being flexible enough to adjust when things aren't going as planned. Regular self-assessment helps you stay on track and make necessary changes before small issues become bigger problems. It's about being honest with yourself and recognizing when something isn't working and taking action to correct it. Another crucial element of working strategically is maintaining balance. Strategic work doesn't mean working yourself into the ground. In fact, overworking can often lead to burnout and decreased productivity. The most strategic workers know that taking breaks, resting, and recharging are just as important as grinding it out. By maintaining balance, you can keep your energy high, stay focused, and prevent fatigue from affecting your performance. It's about working at a sustainable pace so that you can continue to perform at your best over the long term. Working strategically also involves continuous learning. No matter how experienced or skilled you are, there's always room for improvement. By keeping yourself open to learning new things, whether it's improving your skills, staying up to date on trends, or finding new ways to approach problems, you can continuously improve your ability to work smarter. The world is always evolving, and the most successful people are those who keep adapting, learning, and growing. Ultimately, working strategically is about being purposeful with your time and actions. It's about making conscious choices, setting clear goals, and focusing on the tasks that will move you towards success. It's about planning, staying disciplined, and adapting when necessary. By taking a strategic approach to your work, you'll find that you can achieve your goals more efficiently, reduce stress, and perform at a higher level. When you work with strategy, you're not just working harder, you're working smarter. And that's the key to long-term success. To truly work smarter, you must understand that not all tasks are equal in terms of value and impact. There are countless things you can do in a day, but it's crucial to differentiate between tasks that are truly essential to your success and those that merely fill time. Working smarter means focusing on the high-impact tasks, the ones that will bring you closer to your goals and provide the biggest returns. These tasks should be at the forefront of your mind, and they should dominate your schedule. Everything else it should take a backseat. When you approach your day, it's easy to get distracted by the small tasks, things that seem urgent but aren't necessarily important. The email that just came in, the phone call that needs answering, the meeting that's on your calendar. These may feel pressing, but they are not always the best use of your time. Many of these tasks are merely distractions that take away from the work that truly matters. High-impact tasks, on the other hand, are the ones that drive your long-term success. They are the actions that move the needle, that contribute to your personal growth, or that directly advance your goals. Identifying these tasks and placing them at the forefront of your day is what separates those who are busy from those who are truly productive. The key to focusing on high-impact tasks is understanding what they look like in the context of your own life or career. For example, if you're a business owner, high-impact tasks might include strategic planning, networking with potential partners, or working on innovative ideas for your business. These actions move you closer to growing your business and achieving your vision. In contrast, responding to every email or managing day 9 or administrative tasks might give you the illusion of productivity, but they are not tasks that push the needle forward in the same way. It's also important to recognize that the most impactful tasks are often the ones that are most challenging or uncomfortable. The things that require effort, focus, and a bit of courage are usually the things that yield the greatest rewards. It's tempting to stick with the easy, low-effort tasks, those that don't require much thought or creativity. But these tasks won't get you where you need to go. The high-impact tasks that will bring real growth often require you to step out of your comfort zone, take risks, and challenge yourself in ways that don't always feel immediately rewarding. But these are the tasks that will pay off in the long run. To ensure that you're staying focused on these high-impact tasks, it's important to prioritize. Prioritization is one of the most powerful tools in working smarter. It's not enough to just make a to-do list. You need to identify which tasks are most important and which can wait or even be delegated. Prioritization helps you direct your energy toward what truly matters, ensuring that you're not wasting your time on things that won't contribute to your success. One way to prioritize effectively is by using a system like the Eisenhower matrix, where tasks are divided into 4 categories based on urgency and importance. This allows you to clearly see which tasks require immediate attention and which ones can be deferred or delegated. Another key to focusing on high-impact tasks is to eliminate distractions. Distractions are everywhere: social media, notifications, emails, phone calls, and even people. The more you can minimize distractions, the more you can focus on the tasks that really matter. This might mean setting boundaries with colleagues, turning off notifications on your devices, or even creating a work environment that encourages deep focus. The more you can protect your time and energy, the more you can channel those resources into high-impact tasks that will push you forward. Time blocking is also an effective strategy for staying focused on high-impact tasks. By scheduling blocks of uninterrupted time dedicated solely to important tasks, you ensure that you have the mental and physical space to tackle them without the usual distractions. Time blocking also helps establish a rhythm, allowing you to create periods of deep focus that lead to significant progress. When you allocate specific times to work on strategic projects, you can avoid the temptation to get sidetracked by less important tasks. In addition to focusing on high-impact tasks, working smarter involves knowing when to delegate. You don't have to do everything yourself, and in fact, trying to do so can often be counterproductive. When you delegate tasks to others, you free up your time to focus on the tasks that truly require your expertise, creativity, and attention. Effective delegation requires trust in the abilities of your team members or collaborators, but it also helps to ensure that everyone's skills are being put to their highest and best use. You don't have to do everything yourself, but you must make sure that the high-impact work remains in your hands, where it can truly make a difference. Furthermore, part of working smarter is recognizing that every opportunity is worth pursuing. It's tempting to take on every project or say yes to every request that comes your way, but this can quickly lead to burnout and a lack of focus. By learning to say no to tasks, opportunities, or commitments that don't align with your long-term vision, you protect your time and energy for the things that matter most. Working smarter is not about saying yes to everything, it's about saying yes to the things that will make the biggest impact on your goals. Ultimately, the key to working smarter is making sure that your actions are intentional. It's about asking yourself every day, what is the one thing I can do today that will move me closer to my goals? By answering that question and staying focused on the high-impact tasks, you can ensure that your efforts are not only productive, but also strategic. When you focus on the tasks that truly matter, you're not just working harder, you're working smarter. And that's the path to real, lasting success. When we talk about working smarter, one of the most crucial elements is learning how to delegate effectively. You cannot do everything on your own, nor should you try. It's easy to get caught in the trap of thinking that the only way to get something done right is to do it yourself, but that mindset is often counterproductive. Delegation is an essential skill that separates the successful from those who are overwhelmed by their own to-do lists. It is about leveraging the skills and strengths of others to free up your own time and focus on what truly matters. Delegating doesn't mean abandoning responsibility. Rather, it means recognizing that other people can often complete tasks better or faster than you could. It's about understanding that your time is limited and precious, and you must prioritize the work that has the greatest impact. By delegating tasks, you are able to maintain focus on what drives your success rather than getting bogged down in low-priority activities that can easily be handled by others. One of the first things to consider when delegating is the strengths and capabilities of those around you. Not everyone is suited for every task, so it's essential to know who can handle what. By understanding the individual skills of your team or the people you work with, you can assign the right person to the right task. A well-placed task can allow someone else to shine in their area of expertise, and when someone is working in a space where they excel, they are more likely to complete the task with efficiency and high quality. This not only ensures that the job is done well, but it also allows you to work on your own areas of expertise without stretching yourself too thin. But delegation isn't just about getting others to do your work, it's also about trust. Trusting others to take responsibility for certain tasks is essential for delegation to be successful. If you don't trust the person you are delegating to, you will end up micromanaging them, and that defeats the purpose. Micromanaging wastes your time and causes unnecessary friction. Trusting others empowers them to take ownership of a task, which often leads to higher motivation, better results, and personal growth for both you and them. It also allows them to develop their skills, creating a more competent and capable team or network of people around you. At the same time, delegation requires clear communication. When you delegate a task, be clear about your expectations, timelines, and any specific requirements. Lack of communication can lead to confusion, mistakes, and frustration. A simple way to ensure you're delegating effectively is to break down the task into specific steps, provide any relevant resources or context, and clarify any potential obstacles. This way, the person you're delegating to has a clear path forward, reducing the likelihood of errors and ensuring that they have everything they need to succeed. Another key to successful delegation is understanding that not every task is a high-impact task that requires your attention. Delegation is about freeing up your time for what matters most. By identifying the tasks that do not require your direct involvement, you create room for more strategic thinking, innovation, and higher-level decision-making. For instance, routine administrative work, answering emails, or managing minor details might not need your direct input. They can be handed off to others who can execute them just as well. By delegating these tasks, you free yourself to focus on the activities that contribute to the growth of your business, career, or personal goals. Sometimes it's also important to recognize that delegation isn't always about giving tasks to other people. It might be about delegating tasks to technology or outsourcing certain functions that are outside your core expertise. There are countless tools and resources available today that can help streamline your processes, whether it's using project management software to keep track of tasks or hiring a virtual assistant to handle administrative duties. Delegation can extend beyond just people. It's about using all available resources to maximize your efficiency and effectiveness. Delegating effectively also involves the ability to set boundaries. You have to know when to say no to new responsibilities that don't align with your goals or add value to your work. Saying yes to every request or taking on too many tasks can quickly lead to burnout and decreased productivity. Delegation allows you to say no to things that do not move you forward while still maintaining positive relationships with those around you. In this way, you're able to protect your time, energy, and focus for the work that truly matters. One of the greatest benefits of delegation is that it allows you to grow as a leader. By learning to trust others, communicate clearly, and let go of control, you become more effective at guiding and inspiring your team or network. Delegation is not just about getting things done, it's about creating a culture of collaboration and shared responsibility. When you delegate, you show others that you believe in their abilities, which can increase their motivation and engagement. Over time, this fosters a sense of ownership and responsibility, which can improve the overall performance of your team or project. Furthermore, effective delegation leads to greater long-term sustainability. If you're constantly juggling every task yourself, you can burn out, lose focus, and eventually find yourself stuck. Delegating, on the other hand, allows you to maintain balance and avoid overwhelm. It ensures that all tasks, even the smaller ones, are being handled while you remain in control of the bigger picture. By building a network of capable people or systems to manage the day-to-day details, you free yourself to focus on the high-impact work that drives growth and success. Delegation is not about laziness or offloading responsibilities. It's about smartly allocating resources to ensure the best possible outcomes. It's about being strategic with your time and efforts, allowing yourself to work on what truly matters, and trusting others to help you achieve your vision. When you embrace delegation as a skill and approach it thoughtfully, you empower yourself, your team, and those around you to achieve more than you could ever do alone. One of the most important aspects of working smarter is having the ability to master your time. Time is the most finite resource you have, and once it's gone, you get it back. It's crucial then to adopt strategies that allow you to use your time effectively and efficiently. Mastering time management is not about doing more, it's about doing more of the right things and doing them at the right time. The first step in mastering your time is to where it's going. A lot of people feel like they're busy, but in reality, they're busy when they have time with distractions. If you want to start working smarter, you need to analyze how you spend your days. Take a week and track everything you do, everything from work tasks to breaks, meetings, social media, and even just downtime. Once you have a clear picture, you can see exactly where your time is going, which will help you identify the areas where you're losing time or being inefficient. Next, prioritize the activities that truly matter. Not all tasks are created equal, and not all work will yield the same results. It's important to ask yourself which tasks will actually move the needle forward, which ones are aligned with your long-term goals. Once you've identified your highest impact tasks, you should focus most of your energy on them. This is where effective time management shines. If you can stop doing low priority tasks that don't serve your objectives, you will have more energy to pour into the things that truly matter. One strategy that helps with prioritizing is the Eisenhower Matrix, a tool for categorizing tasks based on urgency and importance. Tasks that are both urgent and important should be your focus. These are the things that require immediate attention and will have a direct impact on your success. Next come tasks that are important but not urgent. These are the tasks that should be scheduled and tackled proactively because they will significantly affect your long-term progress. Then there are tasks that are urgent but not important, which can often be delegated or minimized. Finally, there are tasks that are neither urgent nor important, which are simply distractions that should be eliminated from your day entirely. By using the Eisenhower matrix, you can stay focused on what will move you forward and avoid wasting time on irrelevant tasks. Time management also involves setting boundaries. In today's world, it's easy to get sucked into a cycle of responding to emails, attending unnecessary meetings, or getting involved in things that are not a good use of your time. When you are constantly reacting to other people's demands, you lose control of your own schedule. You need to be clear about what your priorities are and communicate those boundaries to others. For example, you can limit how often you check emails or set designated times for meetings. By proactively managing your time, you avoid letting other people's agendas control your day. Another effective way to master your time is through time blocking. This technique involves scheduling specific blocks of time for particular activities or tasks. By blocking out time for deep work, meetings, personal activities, and even rest, you ensure that each part of your day is used efficiently. This also prevents the temptation to multitask, which can decrease your effectiveness and lead to burnout. When you time block, you give yourself the freedom to focus fully on one task at a time, which allows you to be more productive and produce higher quality work. It's also important to recognize that time management is not just about the work you do, but also about rest and recovery. Many people think that to be successful, they need to work nonstop. However, continuous work without proper rest leads to burnout, lower productivity, and poor decision making. Scheduling time for breaks, exercise, and relaxation is just as important as the work itself. Your brain and body need time to recharge, and when you make rest a priority, you will return to your tasks with renewed energy and focus. It's about finding the right balance between work and rest to keep yourself performing at your best. In addition, mastering time involves learning to say no. A lot of time gets wasted because we take on too many responsibilities or commitments that don't align with our priorities. When you say yes to everything, you spread yourself too thin and your focus is diluted. By being more selective about what you agree to, you ensure that you're only committing to the things that truly support your goals. Saying no doesn't make you selfish, it makes you strategic. It's a way of protecting your time and energy so you can focus on what's most important. Mastering time also means building habits and routines that make your day more predictable and efficient. When you have a morning routine that sets you up for success, it's easier to get started on the right foot. When you structure your day to focus on your most important tasks first, you're setting yourself for a productive day. Building routines minimizes the decision fatigue that comes with figuring out what to do next, and it keeps you on track throughout the day. One final point on mastering time is the importance of reflection. At the end of each day or week, take a moment to assess how well you manage your time. Did you focus on your priorities? Did you waste time on things that didn't matter? Did you overcommit yourself? Reflecting on your time usage allows you to adjust your approach and continuously improve your time management skills. With each reflection, you get better at knowing how to structure your time for success. Mastering time is not about working more hours, it's about working smarter by being intentional, focused, and disciplined with how you use your time. By prioritizing the right tasks, setting boundaries, scheduling your time effectively, and making room for rest, you take control of your day and your future. Time is a resource that, when used properly, can propel you toward your goals faster than you ever imagined. One of the most powerful ways to achieve success and work smarter, not harder, is through the ability to delegate effectively. Many people find themselves overwhelmed because they try to take on everything themselves, believing that if they don't do it, it won't get done right. This mindset, while common, is not only draining, but counterproductive in the long run. The truth is, there are people around you who can handle certain tasks better, faster, or more efficiently. By delegating these tasks to the right individuals, you free yourself to focus on the things that only you can do, thereby allowing you to work smarter and more efficiently. Delegating is not about shirking responsibility. It's about leveraging the skills and talents of others to get the job done with maximum efficiency. However, to delegate effectively, it's crucial to first understand what tasks are worth passing on. Not every task needs to be delegated, and not everything can be handed off. Tasks that are repetitive, time-consuming, or fall outside your area of expertise are usually the best candidates for delegation. For example, if you are a business owner, you might not need to be involved in every small operational detail. Instead, you could delegate these tasks to a team member who specializes in that area. In addition, some tasks may take up more of your time and energy than they are worth. And it's important to be honest with yourself about your own capabilities. You need to recognize when something is beyond your capacity or when you're spending too much time on something that could be better handled by someone else. For instance, if you're someone who has high-level responsibilities, spending hours answering emails or organizing mundane paperwork might take away from the crucial decisions you need to make or the creative thinking required for your role. By handing these tasks over, you not only manage your workload better, but you also free up mental space to focus on the bigger picture. It's also essential to choose the right person for each task. Effective delegation is about knowing the strengths of your team members and assigning tasks that align with their skills and abilities. If you delegate to someone who doesn't have the necessary expertise or resources, the task may end up taking longer to complete and may not meet your standards. On the other hand, by choosing the right person for the job, you can ensure that the task is done quickly and efficiently, freeing you up to focus on what you do best. Knowing your team's capabilities is key here, and it's important to trust them to handle their responsibilities. When you delegate, it's also important to set clear expectations. Be specific about the task, the desired outcome, the deadline, and any guidelines that need to be followed. Ambiguity leads to confusion, and confusion leads to mistakes. When you clearly communicate your expectations, you empower the person taking on the task to complete it with confidence and clarity. Along with clear expectations, it's essential to provide the necessary resources and support. And if a task requires specific tools, information, or guidance, make sure the person you're delegating to has everything they need to succeed. The last thing you want is to set someone up for failure by withholding resources or not providing enough context. The delegation also involves the art of trust. Trusting someone else to handle a task can be challenging, especially if you are someone who values control and precision. However, micromanaging a task after you've delegated, it defeats the purpose of delegation. Micromanagement creates stress, consumes your time, and sends a message that you don't trust a person to do the job. Trust is essential, and once you delegate a task, you need to step back and give the person room to execute. Remember, they may approach the task differently than you would, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. It's simply a different way of doing things. Allow them to take ownership of the task and resist the urge to interfere unless it's absolutely necessary. By doing so, you not only empower them, but also build a stronger, more capable team. While delegation helps you work smarter, it also provides an opportunity for personal and professional growth within your team. When you delegate tasks, you give others the chance to develop new skills and take on more responsibility. Over time, this leads to a more skilled and self-sufficient team, which is invaluable to the success of any organization. It also fosters a culture of collaboration and trust as people feel valued and empowered to contribute to the overall success. In turn, this can increase morale, productivity, and loyalty among your team members. One important aspect of delegation is to follow up, but this doesn't mean micromanaging. Checking in occasionally on the progress of a task is helpful for both you and the person handling it. This ensures that everything is on track and that any challenges or roadblocks are identified early. However, the key is to maintain a balance between providing support and giving them the autonomy to complete the task. Following up should feel like a collaborative effort, not an act of control. When done right, it shows that you care about the task and its outcome without undermining the person's ability to do their job. Ultimately, delegating allows you to focus on the tasks that matter most. It enables you to allocate your time and energy toward high-level decision-making, creative problem-solving, and strategic thinking, the areas where you bring the most value. By trusting others with tasks that are within their expertise, you improve the efficiency of your entire operation and position yourself for greater success. Delegating is a vital component of working smarter. It's not about doing less, it's about working in a way that maximizes your time, your energy, and your resources. Effective delegation helps you focus on the things that truly matter, gives others the opportunity to grow, and ultimately leads to greater productivity and success. Now, don't be afraid to delegate, embrace it as a tool for smarter, more effective work.